Yes, back again with KLARTBEAT Korner. Today we're talking video game samples in hardcore and jungle tunes. Come with it. Back in 1992, everyone was getting in on the act of making novelty rave records, even Aphex Twin under his Power Pill alias. This track samples the arcade machine Pac-Man and adds synthesized voices over the top. Bizarrely, it actually starts with an insert coin sample, which is maybe foreshadowing how much money Aphex Twin thought he was going to make from this record, which later got signed to Pete Tong's FFRR label. To be honest, I don't think it's one of Aphex Twin's most creative tracks, but it's still fun nevertheless.
Insert coin. Pac-Man. Eat them up, yum yum.
Okay, rewind to 1988 and here's a track that is no novelty. This is Humanoid's Stacker Humanoid, and this was an absolute acid house monster made by Brian Duggan's one half of Future Sound of London. So, the Humanoid sample in this track is taken from the video game Berserk that came out in the positively prehistoric year of 1980. It's one of the first ever video games to use speech synthesis, and it had about a 30-word vocabulary. It was truly revolutionary from the time, and the idea for the game came to the designer in a dream.
Attack the humanoid.
Now in 1982, someone had a heart attack whilst playing this game, making it one of the first ever deaths from video gaming.
Intruder alert, intruder alert.
Fast forward to 1994 and the same video game, Berserk, is sampled in this jungle tune by Warrior Bass, Future World Utopia. This is actually an alias of Subnation, who made Scotty.
The intruder must not escape.
Right, another big jungle track, this time sampling and manipulating the audio from R-Type, side-scrolling shooting game. Now, the version sampled on this release is actually, I think, the Atari ST version, which probably made sense. They'd have had Atari ST in the studio running Cubase, and they probably had a copy of the game as well. However, they've really manipulated the audio, reversed it and really messed around with it, so you can barely tell where it's come from. And to be honest, if the track hadn't been called R-Type, I think a lot of people would have really struggled to identify where this was sampled from. So alongside the Atari ST, the other big home computer of the day was of course the Commodore Amiga. And whereas people loved the Atari ST for its stable MIDI clock, the Amiga kind of had onboard sampling, sample playback, it had Octamed, it had trackers, so it was a popular budget option for bedroom producers of the era.
Boobies!
Boobies! So, this is Under Rhythm Sub-Circle remix, but tucked away on the other side of this is a track that remixes Pinball Fantasies off the Amiga. Finally, it's time to turn to that underground hardcore artist, Dr. Spin, aka Andrew Lloyd Webber. And in 1992, he decided to cash in on RAVE and the Game Boy and make this rather dubious Tetris remix. Now, we don't like to be overly negative about music on this channel. It's fine if you like a good knees up with DJ Hixie and some cheesy music. It's also good if you like underground hardcore jungle with screaming and people dying. However, it's hard to see this tune as anything but a cynical cash-in. So, can you think of any more? Or maybe you just want to carry on the playground debate over which was better, the Mega Drive or the SNES. Either way, let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.